Hello Ashtoons YouTube family. As I am taking this video, it's about 10:15 in the morning on Saturday, September the 14th, 2019, and I am still not back out on the road working at festivals. Concentrating, of course, on building the cabin, which is coming along nicely. But I had a few minutes this morning. Might as well go do some flea marketing. And so first stop is out here at the Jonesboro Flea Market in Telford, Tennessee, which this one is very rarely open. I think it's mostly just used for cattle auctions. But we do have a little bit here to see. So let's go on in and take a look around. 25-cent M&Ms. Oh, they've got the coffee. That one has gotten to where it's not nearly as common. It'd be nice if they had the Mexican jalapeno. Got a whole section here for DVDs. A bunch of them with no cases. St. Elmo's Fire. I've heard of this one. There's another movie called Nine. It's not the Tim Burton animated one. Okay. This is the kind of thing that I go thrift store, flea marketing, thrift store hopping for, just to find things like this. The Magic Sword, battle the 7 deadly curses in the land of mythical terror. But just look at that, it looks like a big Ray Harryhausen style special effect there with flames coming out of them. And look at this hokey, cheesy looking villain here with both arms raised and his cape and flames behind him. Oh yes, that is a definite yes right there. This one I might need to do a whole review with clatters and all for this one right here. Oh good, it's in good condition, no scratches. Wow, okay. That's awesome, that's a good find right there. Okay, we got Michael Seraph from Scott Pilgrim and Kat Dennings from Two Broke Girls. Two things that I absolutely love, and the two of them together in a little rom-com. Probably well before they made those two things that they're well known for. Okay, well, that's another yes. Found a few others, starting with the Chronicles of Narnia. This was the BBC special. Before they made all those high-production movies, the BBC did do some made-for-TV movies of a lot of the C.S. Lewis Chronicles of Narnia stories. And I've been looking for this because they are relatively hard to find. And the one that I really remember well is the Silver Chair. This one here I don't think has ever been made into another movie. But all the others came along with it, and so it's going to be fun to compare them to the newer movies and actually be able to see the Silver Chair once again. You guys have already seen this. I found the DVD version of Falling Down, kind of hard to find. I've got it on VHS. I saw all that already. I got Kermit's Swamp Years. It's one of the more obscure, a little harder to find of the Jim Henson movies. The Three Worlds of Gulliver, which I wouldn't have got if I didn't look on the back and see this old-time special effect that they've got back here. Looks like somebody put some actual heart into this one. Probably going to be better than the giant black one. And then we've got $3 for a bunch of Benji movies. It looks like 4 of them altogether. So that's pretty good. And The Mutant Beast. This one was only $1 once again. And I thought it was going to be one of those 50s creature movies until I turned it over and I saw that it's kind of a kaiju movie. And the date, well, the copyright date's 2007, but I think that's probably when they put it on DVD. It's probably older than that. But you've got City Dump right there. You've got this terrible, wet-looking latex costume monster. And then you've got this kaiju scene on the back. All of those things put together says, yeah, I'll pull out $1 and buy it. Alright, that's it for this one. We're only $15 in so far. Now onward to the Tri-Cities Flea Market. But first, a yard sale. Well, they did have a little table there with some video games on it. There was the War of Monsters that I really wanted to get, but the case was empty. Gamers be entitled. Gamers be stealing. Anyway, I did find 3 games here, and they were yard sale priced at $1 a piece. Starting with Big Beach Sports for the Wii, and it's a terrible 4-player Wii game. As the Wii was just so good at producing shovels and shovels full of these things. But still, a terrible 4-player Wii game can be fun just for how terrible it is. And so, actually, $1 for this is not a real good deal because I think it goes for like $1.50 most of the time. Then we got Fire Pro Wrestling Returns. And with the word returns there, I'm thinking this is a sequel to some 16-bit game, because that's definitely what it looks like on the back. We got this isometric view down on the board there, and you've got a ton of these little pixelated characters that you can choose from, and it normally goes for $5, so I got it for $1. This is probably the best deal I found out there today. Sarge's Heroes 2, and this is part of the Army Men series. And this one typically goes for about $10. It does, however, look like it might need to be resurfaced. But still, you know, even with the resurfacing, that's not bad for $1. Alright, onward. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the Cadillac flea markets. It's about 12 o'clock now, so I can't really hope to find real good deals on the video games, as the resellers have probably already been here and picked through it all. What can I say? I like to sleep. But we're going to start with the outdoor buildings.
It's fashion over here like that, too.
Oh yeah, you're right, it does. It lights up. Oh, you got it really going fast there.
Oh yeah, I'm making fly.
Another case with games. Writings. Mercenaries 2, which isn't bad if I didn't already have it. Battlefront 2. I've got like 2 copies of that already. It's a very good game there. Oh, there's another Nicktoons Unite. Let's take a break from the pavilions and actually go over here to the open air area. Now this is where you find the deals. They close up first. This is where you find the deals. Oh man, we got the tank Batmobile. Radio Shacks. Look at that retro logo right there. I love when I see that. The Radio Shack infrared wireless headphone system. So it's working off the same kind of infrared like a TV remote does. So like this has to be in sight of this for it to work.
I thought it went in my ear.
That's actually kind of tempting to get, to be honest with you. Look at that. They even got that logo stamped on the power supply and the broadcaster there. And there's the old headphones. Love that. Yeah, the whole infrared thing is just too buggy though. I think they end up coming out with some that worked off of a radio signal that worked a lot better than these infrareds. Bakugan Battle Brawlers. You got any video games? Oh, look at this! There is an Xbox here. Old Xbox.
For about 10 since I don't have the hookup to the TV to it.
For $10, huh?
Yes, sir. It works good.
Oh my goodness, My Little Pony. That's one of Vinyl Scratch right there. A couple of Pinkie Pies, Apple Blossom, Fluttershy, Rarity, and again we got plenty of Applejack with no hat, and the cutie mark in the wrong place. Hasbro is bad about making merchandise for their own shows. They don't make them right. Oops. Oh, there's a Macintosh there. We've also got a Mario Maker here for, okay, it's for $10. That might be a good deal. Let's take a look at the condition of it. Okay.
Remember us. I will.
I don't have $1, baby.
From convenience store at my mom's house, basically.
No, your house. We Well, the mom is at home.
Yeah, the mom is at home.
And not for sale.
She's like all the same of these. And then this
Yeah.
black one.
So, I mean, have they had any of their vaccinations yet?
The black one has. The black one has the shots.
Motocross bikes. I tried to ride one of these one time, and I ended up running it right into a fence. It was hard to control when you don't know what you're doing. But I will say that if I was trying to get away from the cops, this will be my first choice of something to use. I could just run this thing down the middle of railroad tracks, and they wouldn't be able to follow me. I can go anywhere with these things. We got there's a new Super Mario Brothers here. The whole Wii system.
Are you recording it?
A little bit.
That
Yeah.
is a set.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that goes with the Wii.
And we got the baby blue nunchuck here.
That's with the Wii.
Yeah, and how much for the whole system
The
there?
whole system 40.
40.
But-
That's actually fair. That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah, if I didn't already have one.
Well, are you wanting just this?
Well, how much would you sell that for?
Well, it would have to go with this.
Well, yeah.
Let's say 10.
10? Hey, we got some relatively good computer games here. Starfleet Academy. Okay. Domination Wars. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Star Trek games. Now this one, I just got the PC version of this, I think. Oh wait, this is a different one. Dracula Resurrection. This is the sequel to the one I just picked up a couple of weeks ago. It's a plug and play that I've never seen before. This is one called Sing Scene Pop. AV cables here, D-pad, AV button, off on right there. All housed. Oh, look at that. It's the same logo that's on the regular, like the Atari plug and plays and stuff. The TV games right there. Never even seen this one. It's got to be horrendously terrible. Turn the camera on for this little guy on this retro baby carriage here. And he must be hungry because I can see his ribs. Even though he's got his own food bowl down in there. You're ready for Halloween, aren't you? Got your costume on already and everything. About 1:15 now, and I'm kind of proud of myself with how restrained I was. I only have one bag, and it's not even totally full. So let's go ahead and show the haul. First off, I got this $1 character from the video game Tack, and it's one that I didn't already have. One of the old shamans. This Monopoly Wii game I got for $2, and I've seen it go for as much as like $12 in some used video game stores because it has the World Edition boards right there. That little edition right there, putting you like closer to the action, makes it more fun, and for some reason a lot more desirable. I don't think they realized that it was a higher dollar game. Of course, this terrible plug and play, which I've got to make a video on this one day because I doubt I will get copyright striked over the songs in this little plug and play sing game because I don't think they bought the rights. They probably used some kind of public domain nonsense for this, just like they did with the Guitar Hero plug and play. I did end up getting that wiiu Mario Maker because it went for $10, and they typically go for at least $20 in a lot of used video game stores. So yeah, that was a bit of a high dollar purchase as flea market items go, but still half the price that it normally goes for. Then I got that Dracula computer game, and this Star Trek Deep Space Nine game actually works for like Vista and stuff like that, but this old Starfleet Academy, which is like acclaimed to be one of the better Star Trek games ever made, it only works for Windows 95, 98, so it might be a while before I'm able to use this, but it's good to find it in such good condition. Then I did find the Wii Nunchuck in the baby blue. And as far as I can tell, The color variations on these nunchucks are not any different than just the white, at least so far they haven't been. So I was about to walk away, and then she actually cut the price in half and brought it down to $2. I mean, well, I say $2, $4. $2 for each piece. So that's not too bad. $2 for each. And then I got Yakko Warner attached to a rocket. Now there is supposed to be another piece up here, like a little twirly thing that comes off. But I've got so many Animaniacs toys, I wanted to put this one in there with them, and that was only $1. And then, of course, you guys already saw where I was picking up some of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic figurines. These were $1 per bag, but most of these I'm going to throw away. But there's a few really good ones in here. Like I said, that's a really good Twily right there. I like the small ones because then they're easier to kind of put together on a shelf. There's a good Fluttershy right there. And of course, I've got now I've got a Macintosh and an Apple Blossom. So really happy about that. And that's all we've got today. So now I'm just going to go on down to the lower building and get some lunch. Hopefully the street taco place is still open. Get myself a little flea market lunch. And there they are. I am going with the classic #1. 4 street tacos tucked up against each other so they stand upright and hold all the ingredients on the inside. I did make one more purchase, and that is a classic Pac-Man. Not based on that terrible Netflix cartoon, but a classic Pac-Man. Thinking it probably came from a claw machine. But now I can put that in with the Pac-Man mug and cup and everything else that I've got. Nice. Drinking some actual Coca-Cola Classic sitting here. If you really want to taste real Coca-Cola Classic, get the kind from the Spanish markets, because they actually use real cane syrup instead of corn syrup. This is what you would have tasted before the whole new Coke scandal. Wow, that is awesome. That's going to do it for this one, guys. If you've liked this vlog, please don't hesitate to indicate so by hitting your thumbs up like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to ring the bell icon. Leave some comments. Share the vlog around. It's about time for me to finish eating this up and get back to working on the cabin. Look forward to seeing you in the next one.